Overrated. You know, might be overrated. Knicks.
Knicks rehab.
How do y'all feel about the fact that our two best players have to get pulled off the court when they go offense defense? How y'all feel about that? Let me just ask that. And the fucking chat. How do y'all feel about our two best players have to get pulled off the court when we go offense defense in close game situations?
Didn't Pop pull Tim
Okay.
Duncan before off the court?
I asked you a question.
I'm just saying.
He made it.
I don't.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
No, I'm just saying. I don't feel no way about it. I don't care about none of that.
Okay.
We all know they
Okay.
bad defenders. But Flea, we know they bad defenders.
No, but
it's
that
for,
no.
Okay.
He's asking a very he's asking a very important question. It's not like this is Dallas. This is the Lakers, and
we
you're
are
pulling.
a very, very cocky bunch, man. Like we did some shit. Okay.
We did. We just came from the
Cool.
Eastern Conference Finals, which we ain't been in how long?
Cool.
We did do some shit.
Cool.
What are you talking about?
All right. You're
No,
right.
but no, because you follow history, and I thought the last couple of years, the teams that was in the conference finals went to the finals the next season. So we did do some shit. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like we ain't do nothing. We did something that hasn't been done in a long time, and we sitting up here acting like we gonna be the same people. Everybody in the chat, this is gonna be January, February. You know what niggas gonna be saying? Yo, we're still early, man. Why y'all panicking? Bruh, fix this shit, get it together now, because this is the only window we have to compete and win a championship. I don't give a fuck about what Toronto was doing. I ain't scared of no Toronto. First it was Detroit. Now we bigging up Toronto. Hey, get the fuck out of here. I ain't going for none of that shit. Cut it out. Cut it out, man.
I don't like it. I don't like the fact that we got to take 2 out of our 5 starters off the court in crunch time minutes for defensive purposes. Usually, big teams. I mean, the Lakers might struggle with this because Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic and LeBron James. Well, LeBron's a better defender than both of them. But Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic, maybe they have to go through that with JJ Redick. But he's proven to see around these things. I don't like it though. And when you point it out, it's like, yo, we're talking about championship. And how are we subbing them out? That's why I'm saying, why was Mitchell Robinson out of the game during the biggest defensive possession of the game? And maybe Jalen Brunson's at the free throw line. You can't take him out. So how can we up this defensive pressure without OG and Anunoby? Who are the best defenders on the team? It's Mitch and it's OG. Why is one of them off the court when he's healthy and he's playing? So I don't like it at all whatsoever, Flea, because that means you have to constantly think about sitting them the hell down and sub them at times of and create chaos in a time where you need to be poised. You need to know what the hell you're going to do, and constantly take them in and out of a game, I would imagine, can cause some overthinking during a time where you should not be overthinking unless you think differently.
Look, I'm gonna end with this. This is all I have to say. At one point, coaching creativity came from assessing your team, looking at what you have, and implementing a plan to go with your team's strengths, right? You didn't look at another team and say, I'm going to do what they do just because I like it and I don't give a fuck about my personnel. If you go back and look at the best teams of all time, all of them were uniquely styled. They just did different things and they went with the strengths of their team. That's all I have to say about the Knicks. If you niggas love shooting 50 to 63s a game because it looks good and 3 is more than 2, by all means, go ahead. But it will never be good getting a 3-point shot when you on a 2-on-1 fast break. It's not. I don't give a fuck what basketball looks like today. It ain't a good shot. It's a poor shot. And lastly, your two best players cannot be bad on defense. It's just bottom line. It's just bottom line. We got to stop thinking, oh, okay, they know we bad on defense. So be better. Why is that acceptable? Why are we acting like that's acceptable is my point. Why are we acting like
just real quick,
they shouldn't be challenged to be better? That don't make no sense to me.
Now, that's a great point. I agree. And we all know, Kendrick Perkins broke it down, I think, last season, which is a bad thing when, at their positions, Brunson and KAT is the worst at their positions, right? But what about the team as a whole? Now, I'm not I'm not sticking up for Brunson and KAT. But what about Bridges with his great defense? What is Hart doing on defense? What is everybody else doing
All
on
of
defense?
those guys look fabulous thus far on defense. If we're being honest,
They
all
look
of those guys
fabulous.
look way
So
better.
so
If
playing
we
against
if we
Dallas,
if
going
we
down to the
isolate it,
wire.
if you want to isolate those two guys and start comparing who's playing better defense or who's not, Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges are playing way better defense than your two best players. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And
Don't
Josh
do that.
Hart,
They're doing their job. They're doing their job defensively.
What
Don't do that.
what job? Hold on. What job are they doing if we're getting cooked on defense every night? What job are they doing if we playing against Dallas and it goes down to the wire? So KAT and Brunson men is the only guys that score all the points. What about everybody else? What great job are they doing, Flea?
nah,
What do
I
you mean?
disagree
Go
with
just
that.
go. You been watching? You ain't been watching? You ain't been watching? I mean, what do you mean?
Are we
I would
bad?
sound like a broken record. I would sound like a broken record right now. Like
Hold on.
that's
Hold on.
you're not even
So,
being like what?
how? No, because y'all up here full of shit. Are we good defensively as a team? Yes or no?
No,
Right then.
no.
So what? That's all I'm saying. As a team, we're not good
But you're not
defensively.
saying nothing. But you're running from me challenging our two
No,
best players
no,
on the
I'm not.
defensive end. You have yet to
Flea, we
comment
challenged
on
them.
that.
Flea,
You
we challenged
wanted that
last
to be
season.
acceptable. It shouldn't be acceptable.
Flea,
You niggas, if Michael
Flea, you up
Jordan
here
was
lying,
trash on
Flea.
defense,
Flea, you up
we
here
would say
lying,
that.
Flea.
Like, what the
Flea,
fuck are we talking about?
Flea, we never, hold on. Up here on Knicks Rehab, we never challenged KAT and Brunson's defense.
Yes. But what I'm saying is, you said a few minutes ago, they not good on defense. It is what it is. And I'm saying that shouldn't be acceptable. We should not be talking about Hart, Bridges, all role players. We should be highlighting and worrying about what they're doing. When I'm saying if our two best players are not capable of getting one stop at the end of the game, we got to take them out the game. That's my concern. What the fuck are we not? How is that? Why are we not understanding that? That's insane to me. If my best player, I got to take him off the floor because he's going to get hunted on the other side of the ball, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. We got to have some fucking pride at some point. Stop this shit.
And the best player and the second best player.
You got to have some fucking pride. You
And
in
I
the
was-
park,
so-
you getting your ass bust. Have some pride and get a stop.
Yo, y'all are so disingenuous. Like y'all acting like that never happens in the NBA. I'm not making excuses for them. Us as a team defensively is terrible. Yeah, y'all can laugh and do all that all you
I
want.
agree with you.
As a
I agree
team,
with
we are terrible defensively. Is
I
KAT
agree
and
with you.
Brunson terrible? Yes. Do they have to get better? Hell yeah. But as a team, we are terrible. Terrible. Everybody has to take blame. Those two need to take more blame. I agree. That don't mean Hart and all them other niggas get left off the hook. No.
But that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. I simply asked, are y'all okay in late game situations not being able to rely on your two best players to get stops? That's all I asked. And everybody's like, they don't play defense. It's okay. Okay, fine.
And I
Okay.
think even in the Lakers scenario, they're having fun and they're balling out, and they got three guys that are at this point in their careers, they're not playing defense. Luka Doncic has never been known to be a defender. Austin Reeves, these are all supposed to be cones, but they're 11-4 or their record, it looks stronger than ours. It just does. I don't care if they shot 40 free throws against Utah, bro. They're taking advantage of all this. Their superstars are playing like superstars. Austin Reeves is now climbing up an MVP ladder. That's crazy. Where's Karl-Anthony Towns on the MVP conversation? So if you're going to be that bad defensively, what are we doing offensively to make up for all this? That's my biggest issue because you're known for offense, right? We know you don't play defense and we know you play offense. Where that shit at? Where's it at? That's my big. He's the best big man shooter of all time. What? This is at some point. When is KAT gonna feel embarrassed? We keep talking about this shit. I don't want to see your girl on social media too much. She gave you a call. None of that shit, bro. You in New York, bro. I don't want to see none of that shit. I don't want to get disrespectful, but it is what it is. Then you sitting there, homeboy's telling you, with making fun of his voice. Yeah. Why does he have this dual personality? We want to see one guy on that court going crazy. If you're not going to be a great defender, where is the all NBA, all MVP type of scorer? He hasn't been that. So I agree with you, Flea, about your two best players not being able to play defense. That doesn't hurt as much as the fact that you're not killing on the offensive end. KAT is not killing. I haven't seen nothing really dominant consistently all year. Nothing on the offensive end. That is always going to hurt more because he's such a great scorer and such a great passer. That shit is frustrating. I guess, call me crazy, but me personally, I like to keep my eyes on the prize, baby. Bye-bye. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I can make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Hope you didn't have Jalen Brunson with more than 6 free throws yesterday. You would have been wrong. But guess what? Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. You know that, Flea. Hold up.
We shall see.
We got enough time for the reaction, or what you want to do?
We shall see.
About
Is that a
10,
no,
15
AllBall?
minutes. I got a few minutes. I got a few minutes. Yeah. I'm
Go ahead.
I'm just disappointed, man. In the chat, just it's just like, when are we just gonna be like, okay, let's the excuses, man. It's just every year it's excuses with our Knicks, man, and I'm just over this shit. Like, I'm over it. We not playing championship level style basketball, and we all, besides Fleet, we all kind of agree. This season we should be the better team in the East. And we should, be looking like we championship contention. And it just seems like game after game is just excuse after excuse, and I'm just tired of this shit, man. I don't give a fuck about the new coach. I don't care about none of that. Majority of the times, we are the better team out there, and we're playing like shit. And like I said, last night was just a bad win. I'm sorry, and I just don't get it. I don't get, like, how people would just continue to just be okay with, if we don't get to a championship, we just gonna be fine with that. I'm sick of that mindset. Come on, man. We should be the better team in the East, and it should be clear cut. Yeah, I know we had some injuries early on, but Brunson is back. In some games he was out. Some of them games we should have won. So I just feel like, listen, man, we need to step it up a notch. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not going for no excuses this season. If we don't win it this year, I don't know when the fuck we ever gonna have an opportunity to win it. So that's why I'm just like, listen, man, let's get it done.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.